What's going on, everyone? So what is going on with Shiba Inu SHIB coin? So currently right now still in the red, and there was a lot of craziness that happened yesterday, and I'm going to show a little more updates. I'd say some new things that are coming on along with SHIB. And remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any investments. But let's just look right now. So basically, if you guys are new, have no idea what happened, Vitalik pretty much moved a lot of his SHIB to other people pretty much in the most simple way to say it. And basically what happened is, well, the price has continued to drop since. So before I made a video earlier, or I say the other day, before I even knew Vitalik was going to sell some of his SHIB, and since then, pretty much it's dropped even lower. But let's just look at some updates, basically what in the world actually happened. So here is the first thing. The most obvious, and I didn't specifically state this yesterday, but I'm putting it in this video, is basically he has donated over $1 billion to the India COVID relief funds and other charities. And basically, how did he do this? Well, he used a lot of his dog coin, his meme coins, to send this money over. Now, in terms of, in general, this is a good thing on him because, he's donating a large sum of money to causes that need funding. And in general, that's great. But on the other side, regarding SHIB and just my own thoughts, and again, these are my own opinions. I could be 100% wrong, but I'd say that's something you definitely want to keep your eye out, because for people who are actually holding SHIB, they might see this as a completely different viewpoint versus somebody who has no emotion or pretty much anything to gain from SHIB, regardless of what happened. So basically, quick update. So here it's stating that he pretty much donated 50 trillion SHIB tokens worth 1.2 bill. At this current time frame, is probably less, depending on when you're watching this, to the fund. And basically that's what he did. He's also donated more money before, but this was just regarding SHIB. And you see other dog tokens that or meme tokens, you could say, that he also used as well. But basically that was the biggest thing. Now, here's some good news, I'd say, but it's also kind of like neutral, I think, in my own opinion. But he states that, at least this quotes, is that I'll actually read exactly what he says. He said, "We will not do anything which hurts any community, especially the retail community involved with SHIB, Rude Night Wow." So I'm not sure exactly what he means by that quote, but so the way I'm looking at it is, right, they have $1 billion worth of SHIB and other meme coins, and their funds basically designed to where they have to spend money to help out people in their areas, research, do all of this stuff, right? So the chances of them just holding it, which typically the whole point of people who have investments to hold, and then basically more people buy in, the price goes up. So if their main purpose is to pretty much use the funds, then they're most likely going to liquidate them, right? Now, he's stating that quotes that they're not going to hurt the community, but that doesn't really mean anything, especially when, if the price of this were to continue to drop, the cost, that $1 billion that they just had, now has dropped significantly, right? Either way, it's still going to be, I'm assuming, a large chunk of funds regardless. But just in general, the way I'm seeing it is, a fund where it's designed to be spending the money that they receive, most likely is going to liquidate that. Hence, if they have a big percentage, which $1 billion is a humongous percent, then that's literally most likely going to cause the price to drop, right? Just based off just sheer looking at what's potentially going to happen. And also, there's other factors I'm going to touch on, but basically, depending on how fast they do that, or if they even are going to do that, we'll have to wait and see. But one thing I noticed is that, to my knowledge, and again, I'm not in India, I can't comment on India, but I believe I saw that they banned cryptocurrencies. I could be wrong on that, but if someone is from India, can comment and correct that or confirm, let me know in the comments below. But based off what I've seen, it seems like, I'm pretty sure that there was bans on it, and that they'll be penalizing you potentially if you have it or not, right? Again, someone, if they can confirm from India, let me know in the comments below. So if that's true, then my question is, what are they going to do with the funds if they literally are from India and they are banned using cryptos, right? I'm not too sure on that details. I'm sure there probably loopholes and stuff if it's regarding, certain situations, I guess, or maybe the way they receive it. Who knows? But that's just one thing I wanted to touch upon, because some people are saying in Reddit's like, oh, if this is the if it's actually banned, then guess what? They might have less restrictions depending on the reason, and then they may be able to bring it back. Who knows? And at that point, more people might start buying and selling cryptos again. Again, that's just speculating right now. We don't know, but definitely, I think that's something I wanted to mention, because if it's banned, like, I'm not sure how they're going to spend that, right? So again, someone can comment and let me know clarifications on that so-called crypto ban, and then how that relates to potentially this donation over here, and that would clear up some things on how they're actually going to utilize this money, right? Now, to my knowledge, and again, you guys can check the addresses, but apparently Vitalik only donated a small percentage of his SHIB. And if that's the case, then guess what? That still means he owns a huge percent. And I saw this tweet too, because I think people don't really understand what's going on. But basically, like, this guy states it here, and he says it, right? He's like, it can't succeed if Vitalik can literally just pull money out of whenever he wants for charity, or whatever. What if he just wants to take it himself? Who knows, right? Because a lot of people are saying beforehand that he owns 50%. He's Ethereum founder. He's the literally the GOAT of cryptocurrency, the pioneer, and there's no way he's gonna sell SHIB. Well, he literally did. So it's like the whole backing behind that purpose. I think it's basically he just broke that that so-called reason, and then like even he states at the end, sending 50% off to him hurts the project, or basically hurt the project. And anyone, if you ever seen a company or even startups and stuff, it's anyone who owns 50%, it's like you can't really do anything at that point, because they basically own half the company. So if like you're trying to make decisions or what goes on, it's like, how can you make a decision when if the other person does something and you don't like it? It's like you can't really do much, because it's literally half of the company, right? So like I'm just trying to look at this from a logic standpoint, because I know people who are in this space, they have SHIB, they could care less what these tweets say, and but they don't look at it like it's like, hey, this dude literally has 50% of SHIB. Like, what happens if he just wants to just send everything to charities tomorrow or next week or next month? It's like, what happens then at that point, right? Because this man literally will own, let's say he sends like all of his earnings to charities, and the charities just decide to liquidate it. It's like you won't be able to do anything, because now those charities are essentially the whales of SHIB, and next thing you know they're not going to hold that stuff like 10, 20 years, because they don't care about the holding. They're literally just trying to use the money for their causes. So that's the way I'm just seeing it from a general standpoint. And then here's a little update from the SHIB community, and this, you can check this out on like the Twitter, but basically it just updates what's going on. He donated some money, and I think it doesn't really do much, because Vitalik still owns literally half, or had half the SHIB. So it's like, regardless of what the actual SHIB community posts, it's like, if Vitalik tomorrow, or even by after I post this video, decides to set another billion or do something with it, it's like who's gonna stop him, right? Because he literally has it. He got gifted to it. He didn't pay for it. He doesn't lose anything for him to basically send SHIB anywhere, right? So that's something people I don't think are considering. So yeah, could SHIB bounce back off some of these support, like the next drops right here? I mean, potentially, yeah, short term it could potentially drop, but at the end of the day, it's like you're basically playing. Like I always say, this is like this casino. You really have no control over this at this point, because if Vitalik decides to do something or send the money to somebody else, it's like, and people start liquidating, it's like, what are you gonna do at that point? Though the small retail investors, which majority of people, I'd say like 99.9% are watching this video, that have whatever they put in, can't even compete with what Vitalik owns, or let alone these mega whales with billions of dollars. So it's like, at that point, it's the risk level is extremely high. Yes, you can still make money, of course. Yeah, people can buy the dips, day traders and stuff. But in terms of like what just happened, I think people just they haven't realized it yet. And only time will tell. I mean, if Vitalik wants to hold this and never do anything, yes. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to rely on Vitalik and what he does for decisions of things that I put money into, just because it's SHIB, right? So again, that's up to you and your own risk levels. But at the end of the day, as long as you understand what you got into, and you understand that This is the crypto space, and they say only put in what you're willing to lose because you could go to zero. Even the projects who are legit, that have legitimate teams I've seen that have hundreds of people on the team, they disappeared, they cut the project. So it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, meme coin or legit project, it's still the chance of it going to zero. There's still a chance of that. I'd say this one has way more risk than some of the other projects, but again, this is the crypto space, so I mean, a lot of crazy things are going on. So definitely let me know what you think on the comments below on SHIB. Do you think Vitalik or anything else impacts SHIB currently, or what are your thoughts? What do you think about the future of SHIB? Let me know in the comments below.